guys, it's Diana. Welcome back to my channel. I am here with the remnants of my coffee. Nintendo just finished their Animal Crossing Direct. Animal Crossing New Horizons is coming out in exactly 1 month from today. The Direct literally just happened. I will link it down below in the description. However, I want to talk about some things. My personal key favorite highlights that we're gonna go through right now. Alright, first off, I can't remember if I mentioned this in a previous video, but there were some Switch cases that was accidentally leaked by a Japanese retail website, and we had seen some special villagers on them. They were showcased in this Direct. We have CJ, who I am assuming is still Chip's nephew or something. He appears to be the fishing tourney NPC. We have Flick, who is a red chameleon. He appears, I'm assuming it's a he, appears to be the Bug Off NPC. We also have Daisy May, my personal favorite little baby boar, who I am assuming is Joan's niece or relative or whatever. She does the turnips now, and she's so cute. One other key change that I noticed, and I'm a little kind of sad about, is that Gracie appears to no longer be here in terms of doing the fashion checks. That has been passed on to LaBelle. Also, her name is Label again, no longer being called LaBelle. I don't know why they made that change. Isabelle is back in full force. She looks like she has the same role in New Leaf, being the secretary in New Horizons, except you're not the mayor this time, obviously, you're just the player. But you can still do the same things that you could do with her in New Leaf, change the town tune and the flag and whatever, versus Nook, who is really more for construction and development purposes, which makes a lot of sense because this is his island getaway package. So, honestly, there's a lot to take in here. My mind is still reeling. Top 3 big observations here. You can literally decide exactly where you want your villagers to move in. It was alluded to previously that they would ask you if where they place their tent is okay, but you can actually physically, like, choose where they live. You'll be able to, like, to the grid tile decide where they put their house instead of having them move in randomly like in past games, which I think is fantastic. I mean, like, how many times have you played New Leaf and you've had a villager move in on your forest or your perfect apple trees or your flowers, or they move in right in front of your house or right next to a bridge? You have a lot more control over where they go, which I think is great. Some people might not. They might want the surprise, and I'm hoping that there's an option for that. Like, they'll just be able to move in organically and you don't have to, like, be forced to pick where they live. Second big thing, number 2, is this permit system for pathing, which I think is really neat. Eventually, after some development, you'll get a permit from Nook where you can build paths on your island, which we had seen this happening before in previous promotional material, the player laying down dirt and brick paths. It looks a lot more seamless than it did in at least New Leaf. I don't know about earlier games. You have the options to choose whatever pattern. You lay it down tile by tile. You can make them curved. Again, this is information that we had seen in previous promotions, but this was more fleshed out. Also, second part of that permit system, which I'm still shook about, is that you can change the terrain of your island. The whole entire thing. You can make cliffs. You can widen your rivers. You can make waterfalls. You can just go bananas redoing your island. Like, completely just changing up the nature. And that's unheard of. And I'm wondering, I'm assuming that the map will change dynamically with that, and there must be limitations, obviously, to what you can do. But that's so cool that you can just, like, go nuts and be like, hey, I want a waterfall right here, or I want the river to break off and go in this direction. Like, that's so neat. It looked like it was really easy to do as well. You can also put slopes wherever you want. It looked like connecting the upper level to the lower level of the island, like with the beach ramps in New Leaf, which is really cool because you have the option to choose what kind of slope you want on your island. You don't have to just go with the standard gravel dirt stepping stone thing. You can choose stepping stones. You can choose actual ramp structures or stairs like we had seen in a banner, and it's really neat because this offers a lot of customization. Speaking of customization, another key point that I want to talk about here is that customization of furniture is back. Also, along those lines, you can use the Switch Online mobile app if you have Nintendo Switch Online to scan QR codes with your phone. This is going to be within the Animal Crossing Nook app thing. I can't remember what it's actually called, but again, the direct is linked down below. You'll see. You can scan QR codes into New Horizons from older games like New Leaf and Happy Home Designer, which I think is really neat because some people have created really amazing designs, whether it's like pads or wallpapers or shirt designs. I myself have done quite a few sweaters in New Leaf for the winter, but the one thing that I'm wondering is how much of a limit we will have, because in previous games there was a cap to how many patterns you could have, which led to people creating multiple characters, at least in New Leaf, to hold patterns. And I'm wondering like what that's going to be like in New Horizons, if there's going to be any sort of limitation. But like, that's neither here nor there. I don't care. Just the possibility that QR codes are back, like that's really exciting. And furniture customization, the whole entire process looks so seamless. The only problem this concerns me a little is that we didn't see Reese and Cyrus anywhere. A lot of the shop things seem to be going through Tom Nook and the Nooklings, which is fine and it makes sense because like they're running the whole show. But I want my alpacas back. So I'm hoping they'll be back. The Able sisters are definitely confirmed to be back. They did show off some shops. We have a shop, again, being run by the Nooklings, Timmy and Tommy, and you can buy furniture from them. You can buy clothes from the Able sisters. They have resident services, which starts out as an all-in-one store at the beginning that's open 24 hours with your crafting bench, and eventually you can develop it to make it look like the town hall. It functions like town hall in New Leaf. I'm wondering if you can upgrade the Nookling shop like you could previously. I think you can, but I don't know. I would assume you can because in all other games you can. But like another thing is that you can trade in your Nook Miles for a special pass. Nook Miles is like a sort of bonus thing that you can accrue throughout the game by creating certain tasks like catching bugs or whatever. It's like the Meow coupons from New Leaf where you could use them to buy special items from Harvey. Nook Miles, you can trade them in at like a little kiosk thing for a special pass that lets you use the seaplane to go to a random island. And this island, I don't think it's like tied to any other person, obviously. It's just like a random, like off the grid place. And you can collect materials there. You can get bells, you can get crafting things, you can meet villagers, maybe you can ask them to move to your island, who knows? So it's the same functionality as the island in New Leaf for the bug catching and all that, except like it changes every time you go there. Another thing that I really like is that when you're visiting another person's island, you are not allowed to use your shovel or axe or tools that can like completely destroy their island. I've heard horror stories of people in New Leaf having their towns like massacred because they accidentally left their gates open and somebody on their friends list came and terrorized everything, and that's not cool. So in New Horizons, unless you have somebody on your friends list set as your best friend, you're not allowed to use your shovel or axe on their island. So you can't dig and you can't chop down trees, which I personally think is a really good thing. It's like a safeguard, so it prevents your island from being destroyed. Now, another thing with online multiplayer, which I feel like is a safeguard more for like kids maybe, but I might be using it too, is that in New Leaf, when you opened up your gates, and I'm assuming in previous games too, anybody on your friends list could come in. Usually the people that I've interacted with, there's been the common courtesy of asking first to come to your town before just showing up randomly. However, in New Horizons, you have the option to open your airport up to everybody on your friends list or a specific set of people. And what that does is it'll give you a code, and you'll have to give the people that you want to come visit your special code, which I think is good because, like, I mean, it prevents random people from your friends list from coming to visit you, which, like, if they can't use their shovel or axe, there really wouldn't be that much of an issue, I would assume. But if you don't want, like, random people on your friends list coming to visit your island, then this is like a safeguard against that. If you wanted like a specific person to come visit you, and again, like I'm assuming that you need Nintendo Online to do this. I can't remember if they said that you needed Switch Online to do online multiplayer. You know, all the information is in the direct down below. Again, it was a lot to take in. I really do like the addition of these sort of little safeguards that will prevent your island from being destroyed. Another thing that I really like too is that they have made the whole interior decorating thing and the clothing inventory way more seamless. Interior decorating looks like it's very similar to how you do it in Pocket Camp, where you have like the icon for like you want to rearrange everything up in the corner or whatever, and then your inventory is on one side of the screen, like somewhere, you know, you can grab items from somewhere, but the majority of the screen is being taken up by the area that you're decorating. Much better than, in my opinion, the sort of like grid layout on the DS, where the bottom screen was like the grid of your house and the top screen was like where your furniture was, because especially in New Horizons you can move things with a lot more precise accuracy. Like you have the half or quarter tile or whatever placement. Just the ability to like move furniture around and get all these different angles when you're moving looks like, I don't know, the whole game just looks beautiful. They are going to have some collaboration items between Pocket Camp and New Horizons. You do not need Pocket Camp to play this. They made that explicitly clear in an IGN interview last year, which I will also link down below. They will do some collaboration items, which they had mentioned previously, like, you know, in that interview, which is fine. So it looks like that around the time this comes out, you'll be able to get a certain set of items from Pocket Camp, which I don't know how this is going to work, like if it's just going to know that your Nintendo account is linked and that you have New Horizons, or if the items from New Horizons are going to be available to everybody in Pocket Camp. I'm assuming the latter, that anybody who's signed into Pocket Camp can get those items. On the New Horizons side, you'll also get like items from Pocket Camp, it looked like just a collaboration of sorts, not like completely integrating and linking the game, which I think is great, because people who don't play Pocket Camp would be missing out on a lot of content if they linked the two games together. So I'm glad they're not doing that. They're also going to be doing a lot of updates throughout the year for seasonal events, special holidays. We did see the icons for Franklin, Pave, Jack, Jingle, and Zipper, and they did actually say that when the game launches on March 20th, the first update for free, these are all free updates, is going to be that day as well for Bunny Day, which features Zipper. That's when you get all the Easter eggs and you turn them into him and he gives you tickets for prizes or something. I think that's really cool that they're going to be doing all these updates versus Welcome Amiibo, which was the big New Leaf update, which was big. It added all the Amiibo villagers and furniture and whatever, like people that they had removed from the game to New Leaf, but it looks like with New Horizons, they're going to be keeping these updates constant, like they're doing with other Switch titles and with Pocket Camp. So, like, they're going to be just adding content to the game, which I think is cool because it makes a lot more activity to happen in the game. Like, you can do more things with all these different updates or whatever coming out. It'll just add more things for you to do. The museum also confirmed. We saw it, it's coming back, it looks absolutely stunning and beautiful, and Celeste is there too. And in previous games, I guess you could like make constellations with her or something. I don't know what her functionality is going to be here. The player was talking to her at night and she said something about a magic wand. Obviously, Harvey is back. Amiibo compatibility is confirmed. I think we did see Wisp for like a split second, but yes, Amiibo works. You can do it with like a kiosk thing. Not all Amiibo is going to be compatible at first. They said that the DJ KK Amiibo was not compatible apparently at that time, but you can bring Amiibo to your island. They will set up a tent and be camping. I'm assuming from there you can also ask them to move in. They have the campsite functionality back from New Leaf, which I think is really neat. I don't know what Harvey's functionality is going to be exactly, like if he is going to be selling some special items like he did in New Leaf, because like everything is on your island. All these shops and all of these amenities are on your one island. You're not going to have to go through a loading screen like you did for New Leaf when you went to Main Street or when you went to the campsite. Everything is all in one place. Also, we never saw a cafe, and I need Brewster. I need to get my coffee in this game. Like I have my coffee here right now. I want to be able to get a hot chocolate on Valentine's Day and work for him as a barista like in New Leaf. So, to summarize, New Horizons, absolutely stunning. I pre-ordered the game from Best Buy here in the US, which means that I get that Tom Nook sticker, which is okay. I also pre-ordered the special edition Switch console. Very fortunate that I was able to get one of those because it looks like it is sold out literally everywhere in the world as of right now. If you want to learn more about this game, I will link the direct, like I said, down below, as well as the official Animal Crossing Twitter, which has been taken over by Tom Nook. News about collaboration with Pocket Camp will also be on the Pocket Camp Twitter, which is run by the Gyroid Lloyd, apparently. I will link that down below as well. any and all other information as well as my previous Animal Crossing videos. I'm really excited about this game. I've been rambling a lot about it. I'm just so thrilled. Another thing that I thought was really interesting, which somebody on Discord had brought up, I think, or on Reddit, some website, is that what if you don't have a vaulting pole yet and you are unable to jump over your river, or something happens and you're stuck somewhere on your island? There is the ability to call an emergency rescue team, which I think is really cute. Somebody mentioned that the music that plays when you are rescued is the same as Rossetti's music, so it sounds like that Rossetti may not completely be retired. He and Dawn may be coming to your rescue if you are stuck. It appears to be a free service that you can call via your Nook phone, which is kind of fun, and it will drop you off at whatever location of your choosing, be it your house or resident services or whatever. Bees are back, you can get stung. Scorpions are back, you can get bitten by those and pass out and you'll be returned to your house. I don't know about tarantulas. I'm assuming the same as well. I'm excited about this game. I can't even, like, I'm surprised that I'm even able to form a coherent thought about this right now. Direct, linked down below. All other information linked down below. And I will see you guys next week with another video. Bye.